Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the ALCS now in the New Orleans Kings franchise. And man, did we shock the world, upsetting the New York Yankees in the ALDS. And now we face a very good White Sox team. They are very well-rounded. They may not have the huge superstars. They have Altuve, but besides him, I mean, this is a team that looks like they are set up for now and the future. They were a 100-win team, and now here we go. We are in a 7-game series now, and we do not have home field advantage. And now in this first matchup, we have Carlos Rodon against our man Alex Wood, the two lefties. So let's start this game out. Here is Billy Hamilton swinging at a pitch up in the zone, and that is going to be a strike 3 as he goes down. That brings up David Bodie, and he watches one on the outside part of the plate, and that was an outside slider. He starts it out with a walk here with one out. So that brings up Yasiel Puig to the plate, and he's watching as well. So now guys on first and second, one out. Jesus Aguilar up to the plate, a very good hitter for us. He's going to get a pitch to hit low, but he does check swing on that one. And another walk. 3 straight walks for Rodon here in the first inning, and that brings up Jake Cave, maybe the best hitter. He and Scooter Gennett in the ALDS. He gets the pitch to hit right over the middle of the plate, and he doesn't miss. That one's driven deep to right field, and that one knocks off of the wall. A double here for our man Jake Cave. We traded for him at the deadline from the Twins, and he makes it 2-0 here early on in the ALCS. So still one out in this inning. Here is Marcus Semien at the plate. He drives it deep to left field, and it looks like it might not be deep enough to score. Jesus Aguilar from third because he only has 0 speed. And that brings up our man, our young guy, Corey Lee to the plate. Low pitch, another check swing, and another walk in the first inning. Can you believe it? So many walks, and that brings up Scooter, who hits one hard to left side, and it's going to just be a ground out here. And they will get out of this inning. But still, the damage we did so far, it gave us a lead, 2-0. So now here we are on the mound. And that will be a ground out as that brings up Jose Altuve, hitting 261 in the playoffs so far. And now we face him for the first time since he left the squad in the playoffs. And look at him. He's starting it out with a line shot to left field. That one does get to the warning track in center field. And it's a double here with 2 outs as that brings up Nick Castellanos to the plate, who goes to opposite field. And Yasiel Puig on the move, and he can't make the play. It does bounce off of the pole for a ground rule double. As that does continue the inning here. Alex Wood facing the next batter, and he's going to give up another walk. That one was Jose Abreu, as that brings up Luis Robert to the plate, who hits a ground ball to third, and Bodie does come up throwing. But the White Sox do tag on 1 run and trim this lead back down to 1 run. So now that brings up Clint Frazier in the second inning. He's watching a pitch low, so another walk here for Rodon. He's been walking a ton of guys early on. As this lineup rolls over, David Bodie back at the plate. Ground ball to short. It's an easy double play. Almost beat that one out, but he was out by a half a step. And now we move on to the bottom of the second inning. Here's Nomar Mazara at the plate. He hits one deep to right field, and that one is not coming back. It's a home run, and they will tie this game up at 2 apiece here. And it looks like this one could be a good one. The two lefties aren't doing that great on the mound so far, as that brings up Jose Peraza, who did not get an at-bat in the ALDS. He hits a grounder back at the mound, and it's going to be an easy put out there for Alex Wood. So now we move on to the third inning. Here is Jesus Aguilar. He golfs one off the left field wall, and that is probably one long single because Aguilar does have 0 speed. And it is, as Jake Cave comes up, already driven in 2 runs in this game with the double earlier. And he watches one on the inside part, and they call that a strike 3. Wow. I mean, let's take a look at where this pitch was located. I don't know about that one. That looked like it was outside of the zone. Clyde Washington is the umpire in this game. If you've ever played with him, he has a very big strike zone. And that brings up Simeon, who watches that one. Another walk for Rodon. Are you kidding me? Corey Lee up to the plate now with 2 outs. Guys on first and second. And he just watches one up in the zone. That one was maybe one I was just hoping that would have been called a ball. And now we continue on to the 4th inning. Here is Jose Abreu back at the plate. He hits a grounder to Simeon, who comes up throwing to first base. And that one will be the first out here in the 4th inning. As that brings up Mazzara, who already went deep in this one. He's just going to fly out behind the plate, and it's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So we get through 4 innings, 2 runs given up by Alex Wood. Now on to the 5th inning. Here is Chicago at the plate, and they will start out the 5th with 1 out, hit to right field. As that does bring up Jose Peraza as this lineup rolls over here. He is 0 for 2 so far. Hit and run, and it is over Jesus Aguilar's glove. And Puig does come up throwing, but kind of takes his time a little bit, throws home, and they are going to score on that. Hit and run from first base. And wow, 3-2 here for the White Sox. Peraza gets credited with the double as that brings up Yandy Diaz to the plate. Ground ball to short. And it will be an out as Peraza does stay on second base. And now Jose Altuve, who already has a hit to center field, a double. And he comes up, ground ball to short. Again, Simeon in the hole. Does he have the arm to get it there? And he doesn't. But the umpire calls him safe. Let's take a look at this. Now, I went to replay and review this. And Jesus Aguilar has the ball in his glove. And Altuve does not have his foot down. But it is still called safe at first. That brings up Nicholas Castellanos to the plate. He hits one deep to left field. That one isn't coming back. It's a 3-run homer for Castellanos. And wow, the White Sox take the 4-1 lead here at home. The fireworks are going off 6-2 as it brings up Jose Abreu to the plate, who hits one to the right side, and that one will be the 3rd out. But the White Sox jump out to a big lead here in game 1. So that brings up Marcus Simeon here in the top of the 6th. He's going to start out with 1 out, hit to right field. That one will start us out with the hit. And now man on first base, Corey Lee up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far, hitting in the 7 hole. He watches another one. That's his second backwards K. And that brings up Scooter Gennett here in the 8 hole. He gets a pitch low, and he hits it up the middle. And it's going to be bobbled a little bit. And that is going to be a safe at first for Scooter Gennett as it brings up Clint Frazier here in the 9 hole. 0 for 1 so far. He hits one inside out, and it gets over Abreu at first, and we will score 1 run, so we do get 1 run back. 3-6 here, and now we trim this lead back to 3 runs as Billy Hamilton comes up as the top of this lineup, comes up to the plate, and we will fly out to left field, and at least we get 1 back, I guess. But now we move on to the 7th inning as David Bodie comes up to the plate in the 2 hole. 0 for 2 so far in this game as they do go to the bullpen, and Bodie hits one deep to right field. This one has some carry, and it will make it over the wall in right field. Home run for David Bodie. Now it's a 2-run lead, and David Bodie led our team in average in the regular season. And on the mound was Steve Cishek, who we do go deep off of, and it is going to be 6-4 now. And now let's see what Puig can do at the plate. That one sneaks over the wall. So in a 4-6 game, 2-2 count. Let's see if Puig can keep us going. He hits one deep to right center. That's a line shot. It gets to the wall. And Puig on his horse, 64 speed, which is pretty good. He makes it there, stand-up double. So no outs here still in the 7th inning as that brings up Jake Cave. Already has 2 RBIs in this one. His bat may still be hot. He hits one deep, and that one has carry. It's a no-doubt home run. Tie ball game, 6-6, 430 feet off of the bat of Jake Cave. And wow, what a comeback here. Down 4 runs. Our team just has that will this season, this postseason, I should say. And we are making this one a game. We do not go away quietly as the White Sox go to the bullpen. They bring in Zach Purdy, who has not had the greatest of outings here in the playoffs. That brings up Marcus Semien, who continues the onslaught on the offensive end. Hit to right center. That one makes it to the wall. We love that gap. And it's another double here for your Kings. Semien has been hitting the ball well here in the playoffs as well in clutch situations. As Corey Lee comes up to the plate. 2-1 count. He hits one to right field. And that could be deep enough to tag the runner from second. But we will hold up here. So 2 outs in the 7th. As now we're at the bottom of our lineup. And Scooter Gennett comes up. Mr. Clutch for us here in the postseason. With a man on second base. 2-1 count. 2 outs. He hits one hard. He hits one deep. And it's going to be gone. What an inning. 8-6 lead for the Kings. What a comeback. And Scooter Gennett and Jake Cave are just absolutely raking at the plate. I have never seen this type of offensive production from 2 guys who we expected to not even have a great season at all. I mean, Jake Cave we traded for, obviously him. But Scooter, I was not expecting him to be like this. It's an 8-6 game. So Luke O'Connor on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as I did not expect him to be. Look at this. Look at that throw. Scooter got the ball, threw it to first base, and that is an overthrow. And the runner actually moves to third on that one. And here's Jose Altuve at the plate. Ground ball. And that is going to score a run off of that blunder of a play. I don't know. We just threw the ball to first because he rounded the bag hard. And how did Scooter overthrow that? I mean, that wasn't even close. It was a hard throw. And now it's an 8-7 game. So we decided to go to our bullpen again. Joe Smith comes out of the bullpen, our last year's closer. And let's see if he can get us out of this one with 2 outs. Grounder to second. And Scooter looked like he tagged the runner there, but I guess he didn't. He threw to first, and it is an out. That throw is on the money. And now we move on to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Luis Robert at the plate. He hits one deep to left field. That one does make it over the head of Clint Frazier, who's playing in left this game. And that one will be a double here, so no outs. Man on second base. We decide to walk the next guy. That's an Omar Mazzara because he went deep in earlier in the game. I don't want to risk that one. That brings up Zach Collins, who goes to opposite field. It's a hot shot right to Clint Frazier, and he can't handle it. Bases loaded here. No outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. The scenario you don't want to be in. So we go to the mound and check on Joe Smith, and we go to our bullpen. We have Nate Jones warming up. Now, rewind back to game 1 of the ALDS. Remember that? He gave up a home run to Aaron Judge to lose that game, a blown save, and that was the only game he appeared in the whole series. So now he comes in with a chance for a 6-out save. Here's a ground ball to short. Semien goes home, and that's the first out. So now a double play situation, and we can get out of this inning unscathed. Bases loaded with no outs. Up comes Jose Peraza. Ground ball to short. Semien to second. To first. We do. It's a double play. No runs surrendered. Nate Jones comes in and does his job. So now we move on to the 9th inning. Yandy Diaz at the plate, but he starts it out with the hit. They probably could have used that last inning. And now they have a man on first base, Nate Jones. Let's see. You got to get out of this. Jose Altuve at the plate. Up in the zone. It's a slider. Strike 3 looking Altuve. And now that brings up Castellanos to the plate. 2 for 3. He hits one deep to left center. It has some carry, but Clint Frazier will run it down just before the warning track. And now one more out away from a comeback here in game 1. Jose Abreu, ground ball to first, and we will get the win in game 1. Wow, what another one, another instant classic from this Kings team. And man, I got to give it up to Nate Jones. Last ALDS, he came in and was rattled. I mean, he faced that Yankees lineup, a daunting Yankees lineup, and ended up losing that game on a blown save home run to right field to Aaron Judge. He bounces back here in game 1 in the ALCS, gets the win. Jake Cave and Scooter Gennett, I already talked about them. They are just clutch for us. But this was just an overall good, solid win. We came back. We showed some heart. and we got the win. Rodon did not do well on the mound, though. He walked a ton of guys, and we took advantage. I mean, we didn't have too many hits early in the game, but we responded late when Rodon was taken out, and it resulted in a 5-run 7th inning. That was amazing. So that's going to do it. We will have game 2 and 3 next episode, so you don't want to miss that. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy though. Only problem with that is they not me though. People act cool, but really they be shiesty though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me though. I be low key, but police be trying to find